started TRM Talks, the idea was very simple. It was just a small initiative from us to bring people together, to provide a space for them where they can open up and really talk to each other. And from where I see it going, we are going to go to multiple cities. We were in Bangalore last weekend. We are going again to Bangalore. It needs to be a community which is not just online. Online we are 4 million strong, but an offline community also where like TRM people recognize each other and support each other and help each other grow. That's the dream.
I'm a believer of vulnerable leadership and leading with heart and soul. I am not a perfectionist. I want to learn through my mistakes and I want to learn through being honest around things and situations which are there. I want to say that I don't know this thing. Usually what happens is when we are in a meeting or when we are in a circumstance, we try to hide our weaknesses. And that can be a biggest barrier for you to grow in any of the situations which are there, which are meant for you.
The more I hear the word average, right, the more I've been itching to share this with you guys. Average is a label, right? It's a label that we all understand differently based on where we come from, right? So if I have $1 million, for me, averages would have a very different meaning. If I had $1 billion, average would have a very different meaning. So I think the one trick to leading a happy life is to drop the labels.
I think at this point, I would like some of you to share, similar situations that you've been through. Vidisha, I'm looking at you and smiling right now because you smile back.
Initially, I started off in a space of victimhood, where I started off in a space of feeling sorry for myself every time I was caught in troubles. And then as conscious living began, that is when I discovered that these are actually gifts.
Every single day when I wake up, I look at, okay, what else can come today to make this life more fascinating, right? Because I can look at it as I was just talking, right? I can look at something like with confusion, or I can look at it with wonder and curiosity. And I choose wonder and curiosity.
I've had the privilege of getting to know what people's response has been. So many people reached out saying that it has really added value. They look forward to these talks. It's like finding your own tribe, where you don't feel judged, where you can share, you can just be, and you learn so much as well. So that's the feedback I've got. So it's a wonderful thing.
I think it's really beneficial because we're all so stressed out usually in our work lives generally. So something like this is a very good unwinding to do on the weekend.
I think TRM Talks is a wonderful community because it is something which lets you open up and share really raw, realistic and genuine experiences of life.
Today we need events like these because every day instead of having conversations about everyday gossip, we need to have conversations about daily life. We need to have conversations about life skills, and I think TRM is doing exactly that. They're bringing life skills into place and things that we did not learn in our day-to-day life, but bringing that to teach people, and I think that's amazing.
This is one piece which is practically missing, and it's all around where we are talking about meditation, knowing yourself, knowing what you want, but it's still not there. And I think talks like this, especially where we get a complete perspective by having that one dedicated hour listening to such talks, make us kind of.
I've been a part of Think Right Me for a few, and since the time it launched in Pune, and I think there are some great events. From today's events, I'm really hoping to break the barriers of the mind, which sounds very cliched, but it's so important. We talk about physical wellness, we talk about gyms, we talk about diets, but I think it's time to talk about mental wellness as well.
Today when I was coming here, I was thinking, why am I going and what is it going to be like? But I think it was the dropping of the label was the highlight for me. So yeah, it's really good, and you guys should have more of these and call for bigger crowd.
My key takeaways are related to the dropping of all the labels, and it was identity. Sense of identity is with me always, and today I got something new in me
Yes, that shift I am taking with myself, and I am really thankful and wishing you the best.
This is the second time I've come for the session on Think Write Me, and I think there was a lot of learnings, insights that I got through the gathering, through everybody sharing. Two or three that came that really stands out for me was, one is about the future. When I'm building my future, rather than looking at it from anxiety, if I could look at it from curiosity, that changes the complete energy that I'm taking into my future starting now. And the second one was about dropping a label that I have been carrying with me so far.
I'm very glad I've made it over here. It's beautiful to learn so many things, such positive attitude, Life is challenge, definitely. Challenges definitely teach you something,
I really love is dropping labels, because when you drop labels, there's a whole different world that gets opened up.
This is my third TRM talk, and this one is absolutely amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of what was said really resonated with me. It's in fact been a really big part of my own personal journey. The things that were talked about breaking my own barriers, and I love what they talk about. Your inner talk is so important, I feel, in kind of making a change in your own life.
TRM is a wonderful initiative to get people to come together, like-minded people, to discuss, everything that's going on in life. To just know that you're not alone and a lot of people are going through similar things.